We now officially know when Doctor Who Season 2 will be airing, including the time, so let's talk about that. Okay, so obviously in my last video I discussed the official air date for Doctor Who Season 2, which seemed to be accidentally announced with a slightly upgraded version of the teaser trailer we got at the end of Joy to the World, with the official air date being April 12th. Like I said, I don't think this was meant to be officially announced during that time, as we didn't get any kind of social media post or official press releases stating that Doctor Who Season 2 will be airing on that particular date, but it was still all but officially announced on that day. But we have now since had an official press release and social media posts and so on, officially confirming that Doctor Who Season 2 will be airing on April 12th. But with this, we have also had the actual air time of Doctor Who Season 2, when it will be released on iPlayer, confirmed, which we didn't have before. So I'll be discussing that as well later on in this video. So the official announcement came on the Doctor Who social media channels with two posters, one of the 15th Doctor and one of Belinda Chandra, the new companion, with the date April 12th listed on both of these posters. But we also got an official press release for a new actor who's going to be appearing in the show, playing that cartoon character that we'd seen throughout the trailers, or the teaser trailer I should say, that we got at the end of Joy to the World. And it's actually in this press release for this new casting where we get the official time when Doctor Who Season 2 will be airing. So I'm going to be talking about this new character first so that I can read that press release and then talk about the official air time. So without further ado, let's get into it. So this press release reads, Alan Cumming joins the Season 2 cast of Doctor Who. Get ready to meet Mr. Ring-a-Ding when Doctor Who returns on April 12th. So obviously, we'd seen this character in the previous teaser trailer that we've had for Doctor Who Season 2, and Russell T Davies previously hinted that an actor that had previously been in Doctor Who would be returning to voice this character, with a lot of people at the time speculating that it could be someone like Simon Pegg or Nick Briggs, but we now have official confirmation that it is Alan Cumming, who had previously played King James I in Series 11's The Witchfinders. So this press release reads, the cast of Doctor Who Season 2 continues to grow as Emmy Award winner Alan Cumming is set to guest star in its second episode. So there's also confirmation that this is definitely going to be episode 2, which had been previously speculated. It goes on to say, previously appearing in the Whoniverse as King James I in Series 11 adventure The Witchfinders, Cumming lends his voice in Season 2 to Mr. Ring-a-Ding, a happy, funny, sing-along cartoon who lives in Sunnytown with his friend Sunshine Sally. However, in 1952, after years of repeats in cinemas across the land, Mr. Ring-a-Ding suddenly looks beyond the screen and sees the real world outside, and the consequences are terrifying. Russell T Davies, showrunner, said, only Alan Cumming could give a runaway cartoon so much wit, malice, danger and fun. He makes the whole universe of Doctor Who wilder and madder than ever, and it's an absolute honour to welcome him on board the TARDIS. Season 2 will officially launch on Saturday 12th of April at 8 AM on BBC iPlayer and later that day on BBC One in the UK. At the same time, those outside of the UK can watch the Doctor and Belinda on their epic adventures on Disney Plus where available. The season stars Ncuti Gatwa as the Doctor, Varada Sethu as Belinda Chandra and Millie Gibson as Ruby Sunday. Also adventuring through time and space this season are Rose Ayling-Ellis, Anita Dobson, Christopher Chung, Michelle Greenidge, Jonah Howard-King, Ruth Madley, Gemma Redgrave and Susan Twist. So obviously this article is mostly about Alan Cumming returning to voice the new character Mr. Ring-a-Ding in episode 2, but obviously at the end of this article here it does state that Doctor Who Season 2 will officially launch April 12th at 8 AM on BBC iPlayer. This is as opposed to the midnight releases that we got last year, which I was personally expecting us to get again this year, but we are instead getting Doctor Who Season 2, or the episodes of that season are going to be broadcasting or airing on BBC iPlayer at least at 8 AM, and they will be rebroadcast as well on BBC One later that day. So when I heard this news, I did think personally it would be an improvement on the midnight releases, and I thought most people would actually agree with that, as a lot of people, including myself, had issues with the midnight releases last year for Doctor Who Season 1. But I think a lot of people still aren't really happy with this 8 AM release on BBC iPlayer. For me personally, it's not great because I do work at 9 AM on Saturday mornings, and so it's just not really going to leave enough time for me to watch the episode before it goes out, and I was personally expecting it to be midnight releases again, so my plan was going to be to wake up early before work and watch the episodes and potentially film a first impressions video before I go to work, but this isn't even going to leave me personally enough time to really watch the episodes unless I'm kind of watching it on my phone, partially at home and partially on the way to work, which I don't know if I'm going to do or not, but it's definitely not going to leave me enough time to record a quick first impressions video before I go to work. So for me personally, it's not really that great, but I did think most people would actually be happy with this change as opposed to the midnight releases we got last year. But let me know what you think about this in the comments down below. Is this time better for you? Is it worse? In general, do you think it's an improvement overall, even if it may personally affect you like it does me? Or are you still not really happy with this release time? And did you prefer the midnight releases over this as well? And if you want to know who the new writers of Doctor Who Season 2 are, I'll make sure to have that video on screen now. Thanks for watching.